This is part 2 of Who's Better between Lamelo and Trae Young. In part 1, we went over game 1, 2, and 3. As you can see in game 1, Lamelo took control. Impressive considering he played 12 less minutes than Trae coming off the bench. Then in game 2, he doubled down, being the youngest player to attain a triple-double at the time. Trae missed every single three-pointer he took in those first 2 games. And in the third game, his Hawks finally beat the Hornets. But Trae's stat line was not too much more impressive than Lamelo's. In this head-to-head matchup video, we gotta give it to Lamelo in the first 3 games.
Sorry guys, it's just fact.
But now we're gonna move over to part 2. Let's get into game 4. Trae Young seeks revenge. We're not gonna just show highlights. We're gonna show makes and misses to get a real synopsis of how they matched up. Melo tries to draw first blood. Trae calls for a screen and capitalizes.
Hawks average a league low 12.4 turnovers per game. Trae Young. 2.5 minutes into our ball game.
After a missed shot, Trae tries to spice things up with an alley-oop to Capella. It's a no-go. Then Lamelo steals the show. His confidence was rising, but tonight, unfortunately, his shots wouldn't be falling.
Because again, I think that if they take their time and be patient, they can get that mismatch. And I love putting JC right there in the basket.
Melo has 2 great plays back-to-back and ties the game up. So Trae comes with back-to-back plays of his own.
Young got Martin in the air and drills a third story. We'll get into that in a moment. I'm sure Ashley has more than enough to get us through. Young rattles in another.
Young is setting out to show the Hornets that his previous shooting slumps against them were a fluke. Lamelo, on the other hand, can't buy a basket.
Deflected by Martin. Trae Young, the floater. Okongwu tried to set a screen on his buddy Lamelo Ball. Both Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Mikal Bridges, and Miles Bridges. Ooh, stop. Rare miss for Trae Young. Rebounded. Really short. You got to be really.
The Hawks have the momentum. Melo knows he needs to step it up.
Hills on the map is now an
and both teams increase their defensive pressure.
From kind of a no-name town.
Picks. And Lamelo and Kelly Oubre on the floor. Hunter. Great vision by Trae Young to spot Hunter. Shot clock down to 5. Deep one. Joe Hand, keep it front, make him take a shot he really didn't want to take. Lamelo! It just tells me it's going to turn around at some point.
Yeah, you go to halftime, you know you're not going to miss all your threes, but get to the free throw line as well.
Lamelo! Good count. Hornets going 2 for 1. Terry puts it up on the glass. And somehow it goes through. Lamelo!
This third period, the starters that began the game out there for both ball clubs. Trae will take a deep one and hit it, and a 4-point play opportunity.
Almost around 50-50 ball that finds Herter. Bottoms his second triple.
Lamelo! Offensive 12-point game. Young, a step back. Man, he's got quick feet. Hornets are down 19. Lamelo. Young's gonna fire that up tons of times. Trae Young forces the Hornets to call a timeout.
You got to recover a little bit sooner on Washington. He's one of those guys that can stretch the defense and shoot it from outside.
Trae rejected.
Trae Young, Clint Capella, John Collins, and DeAndre Hunter for Atlanta. 10 on the shot clock. No one's touched it except for Trae Young. Yep, you knew he was firing that up there. Kelly Oubre leaves it for Lamelo.
Become accustomed to that. Yeah, a left-hand guy, but you shade the left hand, just comfortable with the right. Look at
Trae Young. Have a night, why don't you? Well, our Eric Kendall may win another Emmy just for the work Yeah, uncovering that stat. Every single shot that was made by Miles Bridges this year, and figured out which one, righty, lefty, two-handed.
Unbelievable.
Can't take on Toronto for the first time this year, and also for the first time this year, they're going to play on a Tuesday. Lamelo will get a free throw.
Foul before the ball was thrown in bounds.
Oh, you're right. Hornets still playing. Lamelo getting hit.
Trae Young made more than half of his three-pointers and Lamelo made none of his. The Iceman was definitely setting the record straight. By the end of the game, the Hornets had to sub in all of their bench players.
The God of Thunder, JT4. Trae Young still in the game trying to get his. Stat stuffing right there, Trae.
Trae was looking like himself again. Previously, he hadn't scored 20 points against Melo. The Hawks won 113-91.
Keep going.
But quick to shake things off, Melo came into the next matchup as confident as ever. Game 5. Both of these guys were in attack mode.
Run the floor, good offensive rebounder. We can play out a screen roll with him.
Terrific rebounder.
Got to play on, no doubt.
We were talking before the game. Look at this. Trae Young. Hey, that was the
2019 Hawks. Trae weaving, left alone, and
Trae didn't come out as hot as the last game, but his teammates were keeping the Hawks in it.
The Hornets have had a turnover issue. Young blocked from behind, but
Yeah, that's a lot, but not as much as he handles the ball.
And we all knew Melo wouldn't miss all of his threes 2 games in a row.
Knockdown shooter.
Lamelo probing, baseline jumper. Bogdanovich is in a funk. Handed a note. He is shooting just 16% from behind the arc over the last couple of weeks. Up and down, Lamelo again.
Blue just made his in the left corner right in front of the bench.
Look at this. Now a team with 20. Hornets have 3 players that average 19 or more points per game. Crazy.
Turner had his jersey before the play initially happened.
Oh, this will hurt. That's a
Teammates have cashed in with that defensive pressure so far.
Lamelo, a step back 3. Double. Turnover. Hornets have it back. Lamelo scoring with a foul. Cut runner for Lamelo, and he got a bounce. And a bad pass anticipated beautifully by Young. Trae Young.
You knew he was going to.
They call that foul on LaMelo Ball. That's 3 on LaMelo. Oh my goodness. And Trae Young is getting desperate right now. And the Hornets. LaMelo. Bridges. Shot clock is down to 4. LaMelo. Got it. Nailed.
He's not making himself available for the pass. He's following up his guy to the rim.
And a blocking foul called on Oubre. LaMelo. For a quarter? Nope. Montrezl Harrell again. Trae Young has come out of the game for Atlanta. He's replaced by DeLon Wright. Great pass, P.J. Washington. Yeah, you gotta hit that. Great pass by P.J. The most important regular season game that LaMelo Ball has ever played. Off a 30-point game a couple of days ago in Oklahoma City. Oh, man. Onyeka Okongwu. High school teammate with LaMelo Ball out in Chino Hills, California. Trae Young, just his second field goal. Okongwu's not old enough yet for me.
Trae was having another disappointing shooting night, and LaMelo was on fire. Trae missed every single three-pointer he took, and LaMelo made half of the ones he took. Kind of crazy, the Iceman had more assists this game than he did points. All of the passing would help, but the Hawks are designed to win when Trae is scoring. The Hawks would fall and LaMelo would have a ball. LaMelo came out on top for 3 out of the 5 games they played. He almost dropped another triple-double. But this last game may be the most important, the play-in. The loser walks and the winner advances to the playoffs.
They got a quality shot.
There's a nice soft pounce on a 9% this year.
And very comfortable shooting that shot.
Young had a deflected stuff.
At this point, the previous games feel irrelevant.
Guys to have to make plays and not leave it into Trae Young's hands.
Young misses that. Capella. Young's got Rozier on him. Rozier, a good defender. Step back, three-pointer. Look, crowd ready to erupt. Hunter has the ball kept alive.
Solid lineup, coach.
Big guards.
Ball makes his move. His floater bounce won't go.
Where Capella's playing him at the free throw line.
Beautiful move from Zell. Alley-oop to Capella. Trae Young, just 2 points. He's had a lot of help. Fires up a three.
Sibling.
Okay.
Ball floats it up.
Lamelo nor Trae were impressive in the first quarter.
Assists per game. Step back three. Young drives inside. The floater comes up short. Right. And Young playing together. Oh, blocked by Harold. He really has one of the sweetest jumpers in the game.
And trust his game. Runs down the floor, shaking his head like can't be stopped.
For the Timberwolves to advance to the playoffs.
Big win. Job well done. Congratulations to the T-Wolves.
Trae Young missed.
At the end of the first, tensions were high. The Hornets were down and refs weren't calling fouls.
He thought he got fouled from half court. And off the mark. Young hit his first shot, but he missed 8 in a row. Lamelo ball trying to get untracked. Thomas off the bounce. Little floater off the glass, won't go. Gets the rebound. Kicks it back out. Ball for three.
In the NBA tournament, playoff game.
So I understand you correctly. You believe that these games should be treated as playoff.
DJ Washington guarding Young. Gets past him. The floater's up and good.
It's the matchup that he feels is favorable to him. Eliminates the screen and roll, plays one-on-one.
Lamelo ball nails it. He had missed 7 in a row.
Not forcing it, no frustration on the misses.
Off the mark. Martin throws it ahead. Ball launches another three. Made by Capella. 12 rebounds here in the first half for Capella. Trae Young floater is no good. Tipped up and in by Gallinari. Young drives inside, flips it up with the left hand, won't go.
So they're switching the high pick and roll now and not trapping it as knocked in.
Jalen Rose. Shot clock is turned off. Ball drives, left-handed, won't go. Herter, quick outlet to Young. He's got plenty of time. Young dribbles, jump shot, got it. Still 2.9 remaining. Charlie could get a 5 on the shot clock. Young on the drive. Nice feet inside off on a gorgeous pass. Hunter finishes it off.
I think looking at Lamelo Ball defensively.
And just like Young has had some struggles defensively and has to learn a lot on that end, Ball has.
Terrific season, as you said earlier, Jeff. He's become a really good player, but he's not found the range. Trae Young finds the range. That's his first three-pointer. Ball drives on Young. Young strips.
Always tell me a player is only as good as the coach believes he is. I'm not sure I totally agree with it, but there's a lot of truth, and he's done a really good job against Bridges.
Young the runner, up and in. As Trae Young floats it up and in, they have blown the doors open on this one. As Ball, one of the most explosive offensive teams in the league, but the Hawks defense in this quarter. Young, reverse shot is good. Everything going in right now for Atlanta. The Hawks are 14 of 18 from the field here in the third. Young, back of the rim, won't go. The follow, backing it up. Lamelo ball blocked with a foul. Okongwu got a Daniels drives back up top. Ball, one dribble, fires, can't connect. You are quite the trivia buff. Young launches one. And barely grazes the rim. And a loose ball. Young falling away. And a rare mistake
By the end of the third, the Hawks are in command. It's not that Trae is playing so much better than Lamelo, but the Hawks are playing better than the Hornets.
Ball tries another three-pointer.
Well, as Bridges struggling, Young dives on it, looks to get at the Hunter, and he does. Hunter, the sidestep layup, blocked from behind, but a foul. And they're going to count the goal. They're going to say a goaltend.
But that's leadership.
Oh, he just got teed up. You got to be careful, and just got thrown out. Multiple technicals, automatic ejection. Bridges' frustration. They need to get.
If he won't do that, then I'm going to have a hard time convincing or have a gritty team.
Young gets into the paint. Oh, he's going left, throws it up.
Well, it's scary how great the point guard play is in this league right now.
Has and his teammates, he's really come a long way. He saw all kind of defenses this year, misses that three. Ball 5 to shoot. Young drives down, floats it up, in and out. Gallinari can't get it, ball still loose. And a loose ball foul will go against Atlanta. 21 points already for Atlanta. This last year in that play-in game, Charlotte gave up 144 points as Lamelo Ball was fouled.
At such a high level, you may not shoot well enough, you may turn it over, but I didn't.
The Hawks were victorious without a shred of mercy. In the last seconds of the game, Melo goes to put up a shot that wouldn't mean anything towards winning, only towards his stat line, and they said no way.
Establishing their defense. They did that tonight. And Zhang pokes it away, didn't let him score, and that's it.
This was the sixth and final game where Trae got the last laugh.
Check out the stats.
And even so, I would say the stat lines are still pretty close. I hear people on both sides of the aisle saying, why make the comparison? LaMelo's better, Trae's better. But we have to admit this is worth comparing. So here are their matchup averages. Melo takes points, Trae assist, LaMelo rebound, LaMelo field goal percentage, LaMelo three-point percentage, plus or minus Trae. Wins or losses, tie. Definitely have to factor in Trae won the more meaningful game, and LaMelo is 3 years younger. I've done videos on LaMelo and Luka, LaMelo and Curry. Let me know if you like this video and who you think is better, Trae or LaMelo Ball. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Ball facts again. Peace.